you waiting for?
Okay, so you know that I love my lilies. You've probably seen our other video clip with these pots full of lovely flowers last summer, and these are all these shoots coming for this summer. This is in spring. Actually, we're at the last day of April. The birds are singing. I would rather do this job in March, something like that. These are some nice new lily bulbs. This is a new variety that I haven't tried before. You might be able to see it as a little shoot just starting to come from the top of there. So there's life in these bulbs, and we're going to plant them into this pot here. It's important that you get good drainage in your pots. This is a plastic pot. It's got quite a few decent holes on the bottom there, so there's good drainage in this pot. If you're in another pot and there's not many drainage holes, you might need to put some stones and things on the bottom of the pot just to allow for some drainage. And then you want to get some really good compost. Ooh. It's important that you make some noises heaving the bag up there, so that anyone who's watching can tell that you're working hard. Break down the lumps there. Just give it a little shake to settle it down, so you can see how much depth we've left there. And then we're going to place our lily bulbs in here, space them out. I reckon these will be okay in this pot for a couple of years. We put in how many bulbs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bulbs in. So within a couple of years we'll probably have 15 shoots, something like that. And then probably we'll need to think about putting them into a larger pot, or put them into a border somewhere, or getting a new garden or something, because I'm running out of room here. So the roots obviously are going down towards the bottom. The shoot is going to come up from the top. We put them in position there, and then this is nice wet compost, and there's some fertiliser in there. But you know me, I like to feed my plants, so I've just pinched some of my wife's fertiliser. Don't tell her, will you? And we're going to sprinkle some of that over the top. This is a slow release fertiliser, so it gradually releases the nutrients, and they'll wash down as we water, or as we get some rain. They'll wash down through the course of the summer to keep these things well fed. A bit more compost on top. Lovely job. So that's our little, not a little, that's our nice big pot of lilies. Within a couple of years, hopefully we'll have loads of shoots like that. I wanted to show you, if you want to follow me, we can have a look at the other clump of lilies that you saw in the other video clip, just over here. Now last year we had about 5 stems on this lily that we put in the ground. Whoa, look at them, look how thick those are. Absolute beauties. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shoots. So that's kind of doubled its number, and there's a couple of smaller shoots as well. But what you've got to look out for, when we get some warmer weather eventually in the spring, if you can come and have a little look here, my dear, we get the lily beetle. See those holes in the leaves there, and there's another one been having a bit of a chomp there. There's no beetles around today because it's a bit cold, but once it gets kind of 16, 17 degrees and above, you'll start to see these lovely little red lily beetles, and they are gorgeous. The problem with these gorgeous lily beetles is they scoff these lilies, and if we're not careful they can ruin them. And so you've got a couple of options. You can either pick them off, and oh, do you know what, when you pick them off they start squeaking in your hand. They're so sweet, but I find once you squeeze them they stop squeaking then. But if you don't like doing that, you need to spray them with an insecticide, and that's what I'm going to do just now. So I'm going to go and grab my insecticide. Back in a second. So there we go. Don't like using chemicals in the garden, but they're very hard to control, these lily beetles. So the thing when you're applying insecticides like this is that best to do it either first thing in the morning, or my preference is late at night in the evening, and then you can go and have a shower afterwards and wash. Just make sure you don't get this stuff on you. If it's windy, best not to spray it, because you don't want this stuff drifting back onto your face. So well, there is a light breeze this evening, but it's blowing this way away from me, so I'm just going to stand back, and there we are. Give that's probably a little bit too hard. There we go. There we are. Oh, I think this is evidence that the lily beetle has been there. Look. Yeah, we don't like that. That's not the beetle, but that's some of their deposits. So just going to spray there. If you stand back with the camera a little bit, so we don't spray you. So you don't want to spray too much on. You don't want to spray so much that it's running off the leaves. So we're just giving it a little dusting like that. And there's some more over here. And you can see where the beetle have been chewing those. So we're just going to there we go. So that's it. That's what we're doing with our lily bulbs and our lily plants in early spring, March and April, and hopefully in a couple of months' time we'll have those gorgeous flowers again.